all about Jesus. He died for you and me to give us salvation.
Global Sounds Production.
Jesus is for you. Jesus is for you. Jesus, oh Jesus, I say Jesus, it's been you. You alone, my Father. You alone, my King. Oh, I call you Yeshua, Elohim Adonai. It's by your grace, so that I am saved. Oh, I am alive. Oh, it's all because of you. You came into this world because of me. You laid it all up on Calvary's tree. You gave your life and paid off all my debt. It's been you, Jesus, it's been you. Jesus, it's been you. It's been you. Jesus, it's been you. Jesus, it's been Jesus, it's been you.
Hi guys, welcome. It's your girl Naya, and it's True Talk Tuesday, where we talk truth unfiltered and just speak it as it is. It's another episode of Let's Be Honest, and we actually talked about navigating and dealing with culture, honoring our traditions, honoring our culture, and honoring our religion, while also trying to break out of the bonds that it holds us with. And also we talk about some experiences we have with it and how it deals with us over the time. And today we're also going to continue in that conversation, so stay tuned. Hi guys, welcome back to Truth Talk Tuesday. And like we said, it's the Let's Be Honest series. Last week was really refreshing. Not really last week, we didn't air last week, but our last episode was really refreshing. We opened up about how uncomfortable our culture and our religion can be, as well as our traditions. And we talked about how there are some holdbacks when it comes to these things, and how the expectations sometimes affect us. And so today we're just going to be staying on the same problem, but we are going to move forward on it, like trying to see how we can break through this boundary of religion, tradition, and culture, and how it actually negatively affects us. Okay, so today's topic is really going to be, let's be honest, navigating the fine line of culture, tradition, and religion. And it's going to be, how do we honor culture but still grow? Because we talked about it last week that sometimes culture can limit us, traditions can limit us, even religious expectations can limit us. Now, how do we navigate this? How do we honor our culture? How do we honor our traditions? How do we honor our religion and we still grow and improve on this? And that's what we're going to focus on today. Don't forget, it's Global Sound Record Studio here, and you can drop your comments, suggestions, feedback on the comment sections as we're live. As well, you can reach out to 020-310-7739 on WhatsApp to also share your feedback or your opinions. 020-310-7739 is the number to WhatsApp, or send a text message to. Please, it is not a call line, it's a WhatsApp line. 020-310-7739 for WhatsApp or text messages, and we will get back to you. So let's get into today's discussion. Now, what do we do? What do we do to keep? What do we keep when it comes to tradition? What do we keep when it comes to religion? What do we keep when it comes to culture? We'll get right into this one after this break. It's Truth Talk Tuesday, and remember, it's our Let's Be Honest series, and we are focusing on tradition, culture, and religion, its negative impact, and how we grow, how we deal with this, and how we go. And it's a segment where we're asking ourselves, what about culture? What about religion? What about tradition do we keep? What do we keep? And let's start with the good. Culture isn't bad at all. It isn't bad at all. There are gems that we must protect. Our tradition, our cultures are so beautiful, especially the African culture, so vast, so beautiful. And here's my thought. I think we should keep the deep respect we have for elders, because one thing I love about Africans is that we are taught to respect elders. Even right now, the Western world create content based on how an African parent would react to a situation, and how a white parent will react to situation, even how an African kid will react and how a white kid will react. And the fact is this, we are taught to respect right from the time we're out of the womb. We're taught to respect your elders, and I think it's something we must keep respect. As well, we should also embrace the unshakable family bond, like holding on to our family, embracing the love, the truth, keeping the togetherness, the Sunday dinner, the Thanksgiving, the the traditions for the wedding, the normal annual December meetings, December family Thanksgiving in churches, or even normally the general gathering we just have over childbirth and stuff. Embrace that bond. Also, our spiritual grounding, it gives us meaning, to have something you believe in, to have your faith, to have your belief. It is one thing to just be without believing or having a faith in anything, but it's another thing to really believe and have something that you hold on to. And I would not advise against holding on to your faith, especially as Christians. We should hold on to our maker, hold on to God. I believe that he is the one that is and was, and he is to come. And after that, the communal way we show up for each other during weddings, funeral, and our life in general. If trust me, whenever a wedding is called, mostly in Nigeria, you see like everybody goes all out with their shebi, with the bridal train, the groomsmen, the catering, the drinks, the pattern, the whole decoration, the number of guests. It's always very amazing. Such beautiful culture, especially traditional weddings. They are so amazing, so culturally insightful and beautiful. Then of course, funerals as well, we see where we have support gathering, people show up for the bereaved, supporting them and being with them. I think these are things we should keep. So let me know from you guys as well, what are the things about culture, tradition, and religion that you feel are things that we shouldn't do away with, we should keep on to it? Let me know in the comment section. I'll be right back.
Hail your name, oh. I go hail your name, oh. Hail blessings where you dey do, it is sweet my body. Hail, hail the name, oh. I will hail, hail your name, oh. Hey, hail your name, oh. The blessings where you dey do, it is sweet my body.
The blessing where you dey do, it is sweet me for body, yeah. You dey blow my mind, you dey bust my brain, oh. Olúwa shower me blessing, the talk say na òṣòlẹ̀. Wọ́n rò pé oògùn owó ni, wọ́n tún wá sọ wípé mo ti ṣe yahoo. Abba Father, now you be the backup way I guess. Olúwa shower me blessings, blessings, blessings day and night. Na your grace, oh, na your grace, oh. Na your grace, oh. Baba, na your grace, oh.
You open doors, nobody fit close. You bless my hands, things just they flow. From glory to glory, now so you did do. My testimony.
And our life in general. If trust me, whenever a wedding is called, mostly in Nigeria, you see like everybody goes all out with their shebi, with the bridal train, the groomsmen, you know, the catering, the drinks, the pattern, the whole decoration, the number of guests. It's always very amazing. Such beautiful culture, especially traditional weddings. They are so amazing, so culturally insightful and beautiful. Then of course funerals as well, we see where we have support gathering, people show up for the bereaved, you know, supporting them and being with them. I think these are things we should keep. So let me know from you guys as well, what are the things about culture, tradition and religion that you feel are things that we shouldn't do away with, we should keep on to it. Let me know in the comment section. I'll be right back.
You open doors, nobody can close. You bless my hands to just a flow. From glory to glory, that's so you did do. My testimony, it shine like gold. Oh. Hail, hail your name, oh. I will hail, hail your name, oh. Hail, hail your name, oh. The blessing where you do, it is sweet my body. Yeah, yeah. Hail, hail your name, oh. I will hail, hail your name, oh. Hail, hail your name, oh. The blessing where you do, it is sweet my body.
Okay, welcome back. It's True Talk Tuesday again, and it's your girl Ananaya. If you're just joining us, we're talking about culture, tradition, and its impact. And don't forget, this is Global Sounds Record, where you can do a lot of amazing things when it comes to your branding, your good digital ads, your website development. If you want music promotion, if you want training, vocal trainings, or instrumental trainings, if you're looking for digital works to be done for you, Global Sounds is there to get all this amazing stuff done for you at very affordable fees, and you do not have to stress because we give the best work, trust me. Now, having said that, we're talking about culture, tradition and religion and how it impacts us, how we can grow from its restrictions, from its chains, because you know there are things about it that really bothers us. And from the segment we just finished, we said there are beautiful things to keep with culture and tradition. I agree, there are such amazing things to keep with our gatherings, our support system, having something to believe in, you know. So if you're listening and if you're just joining in, I also said the comment section is open for you, or also our WhatsApp 0203107739. 0203107739 is open for you to drop your comment and your suggestions and your feedback. What part of your culture do you love and want your kids to embrace? What part of your culture do you want your kids to experience? What part of your culture do you want your kids to carry on to their own generations and upcoming generations and generations to come, to your great grandkids? What part of your culture would you like to transfer across religion? For me, I think it's marriage. I think it's marriage. I think it's also like the weddings and all the stuff about African culture. I really love. I really, really, really love it. I also love the communal things, the support you get. Now, having said that, write it down, say it out loud, and you honor that thing that you love about your culture. Stick to it as long as it's right. Do not forget, love who you are. Be proud of where you come from. Be proud of your roots, and do not be ashamed to say, "I am this. I am Nandaya from Imo State, Nigeria. I am proud to be a daughter of Abueke community of Indubiniu." And yes, you can also say that out loud of yourself too. Now, having gone that on, that we are going to go into segment 2, which is what needs to change. The fact is that some things need to change regardless of the beautiful things culture bring. Culture isn't meant to be a cage. It isn't meant to hold you down. It isn't meant to restrain you. It's meant to actually make you shine, to make you, put you out there in such beautiful way and help you to grow. So what about culture do you think needs to change? In my opinion, I think the silence around mental health needs to change. The silence around mental health needs to change. I would get into this more after the break.
You confess and say you love me. You tell me say you care for me. You tell me say you adore me. You tell me say now only me. I got some baby shame for this 21st century. We go see love like this. We go see love like this. Baby, tell me what makes you love me. Tell me when you start loving me. Tell me what makes you crush on me all by yourself. Baby, tell me if truly you mean everything you said to me. I'm gonna ask you 2 questions, baby. Just answer. Baby, if I tell you say my pocket don't go dry, to so will I go more. What if I tell you say make we work together to make that money?
Yes, guys, welcome back to Truth Talk Tuesday with your girl Naya, and we're talking about culture, tradition, and religion, and we're looking at how we can grow beyond its restrictions. And one of the things I said, that we can keep certain things about culture, very beautiful, but also certain things about culture, tradition, religion that I feel needs to change. I feel that we need to do away with. And my personal opinion is the silence that has to do with mental health. If you can bear me witness, us mostly in these coming generations, like from my older generations, my generation, and even the upcoming generations in front, should I say, right? We all have these situations we deal with. There are times where you're in your head and your head is so full, it feels like it's going to explode, but then no one is really trying to understand you or the challenges you're facing and what you're dealing with inside you. And I believe that that's silence that has to do with our mental health, and how the expectations can affect your mental health needs to change. It needs to change. Having said that, I also think that the suffer to succeed mindset as well. If you don't make it, you must go abroad and go and do that. Sometimes some persons love to just be in their space. They would grow in that space. Being in Nigeria, I will stay in Nigeria, I will develop myself, I will grow. Some persons believe they can extend take their wings outside, but there is this pressure that comes that you must make it, you must be rich. At 30 you must have built a house, at 40 you must have gotten like 3 children. This kind of mindset that put pressure to you. Some people consider success as wealth. Some people consider success as number of children you have. Some people consider success based on like the amount of money you have in your bank. Some people consider success based on the number of wives you have married. Some people consider success as like you just not being single, or even building a house for your family and other stuff. Yeah, that suffer to succeed mindset has to change. It really has to change. As well, the expectation of how women are expected to stay silent and stay small. If for those who know me, I really love to speak on behalf of women. I do not support that mindset at all. It doesn't bode well with me. I've never appreciated that sort where we are told to keep quiet. And sometimes even religion has that thing where they tell you, the Bible says that the woman is a what, submissive or something like that. Yeah, I understand being submissive. I understand being respectful, but I also understand the fact that we also have our voice and we need to be heard as women. You know, the trauma we go through in childbirth, the trauma we go through, even just like dealing with postpartum depression, which many people don't talk about, what many women go through when it comes to after birth, and the challenges they face with their body, their minds, their system. It takes a lot of time for them to adjust, and that is never really talked about, you know. And especially not to also just bear it all, keep it in, suck it all in, you know. That thing I believe needs to change. We do not have to make a woman stay silent or stay small. Embrace that when they are in a home as married couples, they are team members, right? She has to respect her husband. Yes, I agree. She has to give him that respect. He's the head of the home. Even the Bible also talks about that. But at the same time, she should not be forgotten that she is also a woman with a mind of hers and should be heard. She shouldn't be forced to stay small. And also, the way youths are shut down when they question or try new paths. Oh, I do not want to be a doctor, Dad. I want to go into music. What are you doing? Music. Okay, Dad, I want to be a footballer. Footballer, what? Who they won't pick you? Is it this one that went there? Is the parents that get them money? You know, this mindset that you do not allow the youth to dream, to pursue their own goals. Trust me, if I could go back in time, certain things I had to do because it was expected that you have to follow that rule, I probably wouldn't have done. I appreciate for that I went to university. Trust me, I appreciate the fact that I studied applied mathematics. Yes, fine and good. The knowledge I gathered from there has really helped me in many aspects of my life. But I believe that there are other things I could have done as well, because I love athletics. I wanted to run, but you know, the situation of being a deeper life child and then going into tracks and field, and then you're going to put on some tights and some tubes, and then you're showing your body to the world. You know, we couldn't embrace that passion to be an athlete because of my religion that forbids the fact that you'll be going out naked, in quotes, to run, you know. And it's sad because then you see those are people who you used to train with and now they're doing so well in the field. Thank God for growth that I'm able to get beyond that, but it was something I dreamed and wanted to do. Oh, also, I want to be one who plays a musical instrument at event or something like that. I don't know how. I can't figure the English word for it. And they are shut down. What kind of dream is that? You want to become a Powerline Tap? You want to become a guest player or something like that? You know, many youths are shut down. Their dreams are limited because of the mindset, because of this mindset, this tradition, culture, and religion has brought about. And I think those things should change. Have you ever been in a room full of elders and you know that you have said something valid, or you have something valid to say, give an honest opinion about something, but you are told to shut up, know your place, do not speak? Have you ever been there? I can assure you I've been in such situations. I remember when my dad died, I also had such a situation where I wanted to really speak about certain things that I felt was wrong. But hey, no. One thing was I am too young to even speak. Another thing was I'm a woman. So it was just all bad for me, being a woman, being young. If I being single, not married, I had no voice. Like I was totally shut off. Do not speak. Just accept everything as they have said it, even when you feel like it's not right. No, you cannot say anything. Those things are really, really sad. That's not culture. That is control. That is control. That is control. That is not culture. As long as I'm not being insolent, I'm not being rude, I'm stating the truth, I do not think it's right to be shut down. that is control, that is not culture, in my opinion. So let's call it what it is. Some traditions are really outdated, some beliefs hurt more than they help, and it's okay to say I want better, I want to do better with myself, I want to go beyond this level, I want to do way better than this. It's okay to want to be better. We'll be right back, guys.
Dáàbòbò mi títí dọjọ́ òní o. Elédùmarè bàbá lókè, mo gbọ́ pé mi dé tẹ́wọ́ gbọ́pẹ́ o. You are the same yesterday, the same today and forever. You are ever faithful, Papa.
This is Global Sounds Production.
Kábíyèsí rẹ ọba tó láyé o, èmi ṣọpẹ́ o, mo wá dúpẹ́ oore tàná, mo ṣọpẹ́ oore tòní, mo dúpẹ́ oore ìgbà gbogbo o. Onílé ọlá. I call you Abba Father, Yeshua, King of glory. Kábíyèsí rẹ ọba tó láyé, mo wá dúpẹ́ oore tàná, mo tún dúpẹ́ oore tòní, mo mọ̀ pé wàá tún ṣe ìmísí bí mo ṣe ń gbórúkọ rẹ ga. I want to sing you a song from the depth of my heart. Be lifted high, King of glory, and let every knee bow before your feet. Be lifted high, King of glory, and every tongue confess that you alone are God.
Okay, so welcome back to Truth Talk series with Nenaya, and it is a Let's Be Honest series. We're talking about tradition, culture, and religion, and how we go beyond it. And I have given certain salient points in my personal opinion that I feel that some certain things about culture, religion, and tradition we should do away with. We should be able to dream big, live better, want more, and push for what we want, where we find our peace. We shouldn't be controlled, because culture isn't control. The moment culture limits you, then it becomes control. The moment you feel caged for doing something right, then that's control, that's not culture. The moment you feel like you can't do what you can't pursue a dream because your religion forbids it, then that's also being caged. We have to go by what the Bible says, not what doctrine is laid down by a man. So I'm one person who believes in whatever I'm taught in church. If I do not find it founded in the word, and do I not find conviction in the word, I find it hard to accept. Not because I'm being stubborn, but I do not want to just take a man's word for what he has said. Some persons teach from their own personal understanding. They don't teach because it's what the Spirit has put into them. They just read and understand, and we understand differently. People understand in different ways. So I do not believe that we should let ourselves just be going like we have no minds with what someone teaches us, but we should find out if these things that they say are true, like the people in Thessalonica did. So having said that, Let's talk it real. One girl said her aunties keep asking her, when will she marry? Like that, her only purpose in life is just to marry. This is someone who's trying to make a future for herself, trying to build her career. And then society these days, marriage is the ultimate thing. It is a taboo for you not to be married at 25. We are at 28, it becomes more of a problem. 30, it is considered 35, then they start crying for you like you're dead. At 40, you are condemned to the fullest. No man will ever marry you. You are now old cargo. You see, it's so sad that these things exist, and many people are pushed to do things that they shouldn't do or make decisions they shouldn't make because of this. A guy was saying that he was told never to cry even at his father's funeral because men don't cry. Why? I have a right to emotion. If you have lost your dad and you're overwhelmed because this dad was close to you, it's okay to let the tears roll. It's okay to weep. Nothing says that you can't cry. I remember this same situation happened to me when after my dad was being buried, and they brought his corpse in, and someone told me I was beginning to get overwhelmed, like the tears were beginning to gather. It was coming to my eyes, and she came to me and said, don't cry, suck it in, don't cry. Your mom is crying, your sisters are crying, don't cry. And it was like there's this sudden burden that came over me. I had no choice but to take the tears, and no, I couldn't let the tears flow anymore. I had to have clear eyes to see what was really going on. And she came from a good place, but at that point it just mounted more pressure on me, and after his body was being laid into the ground, the tears came up again, but I kept remembering what she told me, don't cry. And I was just staring as they put his body down, And to be honest, I've not really had the chance to properly let the tears flow since I lost my dad. That's because the pain is there. Sometimes I find it hard to believe, but as well, you're told not to cry. Actually, you feel like if you just try to cry and you won't talk to somebody about it, whoever you tell, if you tell your sister, you tell your brother, everybody will start crying again, and then you're just like opening old wounds. So you rather just keep it to yourself, So yeah, it's so sad about that. You're not allowed to cry because you're a man. Say so. Now, another listener was saying that his pastor told him that taking anxiety medication shows weak faith. How? I'm not one who really believes in such medications per se, but I'm feeling anxious, I feel jittery, I feel some way, and I have to take medication. Nothing forbids me from taking that. Why are you saying I do not have? I have faith in God. Some persons have a belief that they do not want to take medication. That's them. They don't want to. It's a decision they personally made. But if someone who feels like he actually needs the help because he's feeling really anxious or feeling very depressed, or he's not really himself, and he probably needs to talk to a shrink, not a priest, then he has committed one for going to talk to a shrink instead of a priest. Yes, one has a degree in psychology and one has a degree in Bible doctrines, but I don't think we should forbid the fact that he goes to a minister to preach, or he goes to a shrink to talk about his issues, and then because he didn't come to you as a priest, so you can give him penance. You pay 25,000 naira for this. You come to the church and say Hail Mary 20 times, and these things. We embrace religion. I love my Christian faith, but sometimes we need that external help. There is no crime in going to seek counsel or seek advice or seek let it go, let it out from your head. This is one thing culture has done, do not help mental health. Having said that, if you have your story, please drop it in the comment section. As well, Global Sounds can be reached on 0538 759 9699, 0538 759 9699. Do not hesitate to call us, or for your talk shows, podcasts, music and video promotions and productions, as well as digital works. As well, we are available for web designing, SEO. So Global Sound actually has 3 departments. I'm sure many of you don't know, so let me just say this one to clarify. Now we have the Global Sounds digitals, and then there's Global Sounds radio, TV, and then there's Global Sounds record. Now for your digital works and everything, the Global Sounds digital is there for you. For your TVCs, commercials, jingles, and branding stuff, more like promotion and advert placement, Global Sound Radio TV is there for you. And then for your music promotion or music production, Global Sounds Record is there for you. So do not hesitate to call the number 0538759699, 0538759699 for Global Sounds Records Works or Global Sounds Radio TV Works, and 0203107739, 0203107739 is the number to message for digitals, or you call 0533462367, 0533462337 for Global Sound Digital Works, and we will be there to give you amazing services. Now we'll be right back after this break. Welcome back, family. It's True Talk Tuesday with your girl Naya. If you're just joining us, welcome. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're following us on YouTube. Also follow us on Facebook, our YouTube channel Global Sounds Record on YouTube. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on the notification icon for when we have live sessions or put out content for you, so you do not miss it. We're talking about culture, tradition, and religion and its limitations and how to go beyond that. It's been an amazing series coming, and I did promise that we'll have some guests on the show. Yes, we will have them possibly in the next 1 or 2 weeks, and we would have these amazing discussions with them as well, so they share their experiences. We'll probably have multiple or just one of them on time at a time, but yeah, we would have that so you can hear from the aspect of a Nigerian, a Ghanaian, a Togolese, know how they experience and how they deal with their culture and how they actually grew beyond its limitation. Now it's the Q&A time, and I know there are some questions, so I'm going to read these questions and also give my honest 2 cents on that. One question is, how do I challenge my parents without being disrespectful? That question, yeah. I don't think I've actually found fully a way to do that, because sometimes when I discuss with my mom, I still come out disrespectful sort of. So yeah, I really don't know if there's an actual way for you to actually sound sometimes or speak your mind, but I will say this: you start with respect, not rebellion. Don't be difficult. If you want to state an opinion or have a convo, respectfully do that, right? And you can ask questions by say, okay, well, mommy, how do I do this? Mommy, so I was thinking this, what's your thought about this? Daddy, what about this and that? Auntie, what about this and this and this? Ask questions, make them feel like their opinion really counts for you before you make your decision. As well, you can tell stories. You can just come with a roundabout way of saying it, which is, so this happened. So one time this happened. So this thing, now what do you think about it? And you get to also hear their opinion, also give your feedback as well. And one thing I have learned is arguing is pointless. Do not argue. As my friend would tell me, stop trying to state facts. Do not argue. Don't try to state facts. You know the fact, find out good, but this is not the point where you're trying to prove that you know it all. Don't try to state facts. Do not argue. It's pointless. Try and relate. So understand their point of view. Even while trying to communicate your point of view. Do not argue, relate. And then share how their beliefs affect you. We can try and be open about what their decisions are doing, decisions are making, or their choices, or what they believe affects you and your growth, and if they're willing to. But don't forget, regardless of these things, whenever you're having this conversation, they will tend to say things that will hurt you, trigger your emotions. You will tend to say things that will hurt them, trigger their emotions. But one thing you do not do is don't be a know-it-all. Do not argue. Don't let us use our first word constantly. Stop trying to state facts. Just speak and relate, and it will help you. And that question says, this question says, I'm scared to leave a religious group that no longer aligns with me. You're scared to leave a religious group that no longer aligns with you. So this, I think I understand you. Faith is very personal. I will say for myself, I grew up in Deeper Life, right? and now I attend Redeemed Christian Church of God. It wasn't easy switching, you know. It wasn't easy telling my mom that I no longer want to go to Deeper Life, I want to start going to Redeem. Even though she considered Redeem a Bible believing church, it still didn't sit where it is her. Even going on to other things I want to do and say I want to do that to Redeem, I want to do this to Redeem, then there's always the opinion. I remember one Sunday I didn't tell her I was going to Redeem. That was before I even started going fully to Redeem. Like, I found my parish and she could no longer argue with me. I was trying to go one day. I got up that Sunday. She had left for church already, and she was expecting that I would show up. But I got dressed and I went to a Redeemed parish not too far from the house, and I was there, but I wasn't like really feeling service there, to be honest. And I got up and I left. And I came back to Deeper Life where my mom was for service. And I came into very down. I was in a place where I was searching for something spiritually, and it felt like I wasn't getting it where I was. I got to Deeper Life as well at the district there, because they call it district, not parish, and I still wasn't feeling okay, you know. I was just off, and I said, I'm going home, you know. And they tried to stop me. Don't go. Why are you going to? My mom was saying the devil is controlling you. So you get, so all these things there. For faith, it's personal. I think me having switched to Redeem, I do not regret. I still once in a while watch Deeper Life services, or even try to attend them online, you know. When I even came to Ghana, I think I attended Deeper Life for a few months. So yeah, I still find that it's still my root when it comes to my religious growth. But yeah, it's a personal race. Heavenly race is a personal race, and God is not mad at your question. So you can seek God's counsel, seek God's face on it, and then approach this decision with faith and understanding. And when you're making a decision to switch, please ensure you're switching to the right religion. Do not just jump from church to church without fully understanding what you're going into. Some persons end up going to religious group and it becomes a cult and they're trapped. So let's be careful. For that, I would say growth sometimes require you leaving the old and embracing the new. So it's up to you to make a decision. So one of our last question I'll take in for today is okay, this person says, what if I want a different life than what my culture expects? I think that is the point of this series, talking about dealing with culture and going beyond culture. I think is the point of this series, right? And I understand you want to know if it's the right choice to make. Like I said at the very beginning, there are things about culture you can embrace, there are things about culture you have to do without. So wanting more isn't disrespect. Like I said, it's evolving, it's growing, and you're allowed to grow. So yes, go. If you want to do without some things in your culture because you feel it limits you, yes, go. That's all our advice. Thank you very much for your questions, and if you have other questions, you can reach out to me on WhatsApp and I'll respond to them as well. Like I said, when my guests are in the studio, we have our call lines open and our message lines open, so they can as well give you their 2 cents. And if you need further advice on these things, we have counselors on ground, so you just text us and we'll have people to help you. And if you want to speak to me directly, or probably want to speak to Raphael King because he was once in one of our episodes, do not forget to call 0203 WhatsApp 0203107739 or call 0533462367. You can reach Raphael on 0538759699, 0538759699, and of course at the right time you'll be able to answer your questions or help you out. We'll be right back, guys. Welcome back to Truth Talk Tuesday, where we keep
This is Global Sounds Production.
Hail, hail your name, oh. I go hail, hail your name, oh. Hail, hail your name, oh. The blessings where you did do, it is sweet my body. Hail, hail your name, oh. I go hail, hail your name, oh. Hey, hail your name, oh. The blessings where you did do, it is sweet my body. Hey.
Blessing where you dey do it, dey sweet me for body, yeah. You dey blow my mind, you dey bust my brain, oh. Olúwa shower me blessing, dey talk say na òṣòlẹ̀. Wọ́n rò pé oògùn owó ni, wọ́n tún wá sọ wípé mo ti ṣe yahoo. Abba Father, na him be the backup wey I get. Olúwa shower me blessings, blessings, blessings day and night. Na your grace, oh, na your grace, oh. Na your grace, oh. Baba, na your grace, oh.
You up and dance, nobody fit close. You bless my hands, things just they flow. From glory to glory, now so you they do. My testimony, you shine like gold. Oh. You up and dance, nobody can close. You bless my hands, things just they flow. From glory to glory, now so you they do. My testimony, it shine like gold. Oh. Hail, hail your name, oh. I will hail, hail your name, oh. Hail, hail your name, oh. The blessing where you do, it is sweet my body. Yeah, yeah. Hail, hail your name, oh. I will hail, hail your name, oh. Hail, hail your name, oh. The blessing where you do, it is sweet my body. It's real and unfiltered. We just speak the truth as it is. And yes, we talked about growing and dealing with culture, tradition, and religion. We are about to wrap up this episode, and the next segment we're going to talk about is let's do better. Here are 5 ways to we can do better, and we can be better. We can embrace change. Before we embrace change, we have to ask questions before we make assumptions. You know, and there's this joke that goes online on social media when the guy says, when the man was saying, do not assume, because when you assume, you make an ass of you and me. So please do not assume. Don't make yourself an ass. Don't make the person who you are making the assumption of an ass. So ask questions first before you assume. Do not assume before asking questions. And 2, read and learn. Know the roots of your culture. Sometimes you have this like wrong mindset because you're taught wrong. So study, understand your culture better. Read and learn about your culture. Understand your roots before making decisions. Also, speak out, even if your voice shakes. Like sometimes some people die in silence. You swallow it, you swallow, you become depressed, you become old before your time. You know, some person would die from thinking or feeling sad. You know, you miss out in life because you let yourself get very depressed because you couldn't speak what bothers you. So speak out, even if your voice shake. Also, we need to unlearn to relearn. I will tell you one truth. I've met with various culture here, and sometimes my way of life or my upbringing sometimes gets in the way of how I relate with people. And I realized that it worked in my home doesn't mean it has to work in someone else's home or someone else's country or someone else or for someone else. So I had to learn to let go and learn new ways of doing things as long as they are right. And as well, the 15th is teach the kids better. I think one of the things we really find difficult is that these days when people are teaching, you teach the negatives, you don't talk about the positives.
when it comes to marriage and intertribal marriages, a problem. You don't talk about the positive. You don't talk about the marriages that are successful as intertribal marriages. When you talk about, you only talk about the negatives. Oh, they're religious and that. You don't talk about the beautiful culture the opposite tribe has. You talk about, oh, how the tribe has certain things that doesn't work for you. These things do not help, because it creates such a negative mindset to inbreed them, breed them into your children, and then this thing keeps creating troubles as we go along. So no, teach the kids better. We're not here to throw away our past, no. We're not here to throw away our roots, no. But we are here to shape a better future for our kids, for ourselves. We are here to shape a better future with truth, with grace, and with courage. Okay, so shout out to everyone who has joined this episode. Thank you all who have followed from the very first episode to now, and those who look forward to further ones. A big shout out to you. I love you, Global Sound Studio. Really appreciate your support. We appreciate you for following on all our shows. It's amazing having you on board. And for all those listening from Accra, from Lagos, from Abuja, from Kumasi, for all those listening from Ekiti, all those listening from Songota, all those listening from wherever you're listening from, Benin, probably listening from the UK, the US, those listening from Italy or France, because I know some of you do. We appreciate you for following up on and listening and watching, and also those who share our videos. We appreciate you. Please don't forget to keep sharing, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and of course we have amazing things in store coming up. Just follow our page and turn on the notification icon so you do not miss it out. I really appreciate you guys for your time. But before we call it a day, or should I say a night, before we call it a night, yes, today's Tuesday truth. You can honor where you come from without being trapped by it. You can embrace where you come from without being held back by it. I hope this episode encouraged you to reflect and to rise. I hope you grow. I hope you improve. And catch me next week, same time and same truth, unfiltered, keeping it real. Bye, guys.